Welcome to Illo Talk, 100 Days of Animation, Day 60. I am Cory Kerr, and 100 Days of Animation is where I spend 30 minutes, no matter what's going on, working on my animated short film. For those of you just tuning in, if you haven't watched any of these before, I have never used After Effects before. I have a pretty decent working knowledge of Photoshop and Illustrator, and so I'm trying to take that and translate it into teaching myself how to animate. And I am 60 days into that. I don't know. I guess I'm sharing everything that's going on, right? My parents sent me a text that our tortoise died. And I'm sad. I liked that tortoise. And yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about Timmy the Tortoise. And I'm not much of a pet guy, but I do get attached to the ones that I have. I'm not like a super huge animal lover or whatever, but this was like the perfect pet. He was a California desert tortoise, and he was, best guess, somewhere around 85 to 125 years old. I don't know too much about that, but basically, we got him from a family who had him, and they had him for about 35 years. And, you know, they got old and their kids moved out and they wanted to move into another place that didn't really have a yard, kind of an assisted living situation. So they gave him to us when I was about 8. And he was full grown when they got him. He was like an adult when they got him, and it takes about 15 to 20 years. And so when we got him, he was at least 55 to 60, and then somewhere around there. And then we had him for almost 30 years. So at minimum, you know, he's like 80 or 90 years old. And he was pretty cool. So he has been a member of the family since my parents moved into the house that they're in. He was even at my wedding. Wore a tux. Kissed my wife. Yeah, I'll show you a picture of that. Anyway, kind of a bummer. But yeah, so anyway, I like Timmy the Tortoise. I would have named him something different. That always bugged me when I was a little kid. That I couldn't name him because, I mean, he was already in his 50s and he answered to Timmy and whatnot. Anyway, ate lettuce. He used to wander around the backyard and like break in, no matter what my dad did to try to keep him out of his garden. He would always break into my dad's garden. He had like this big horn on the bottom side of his shell, and he would kind of move his head out of the way. And he would just ram things with it, and he'd jam that horn into stuff, and he'd twist it. And it was funny. And when he wanted to come inside, he would kind of like sidestep up to the glass, the sliding glass door, and he would just dunk, 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 just like knock on the door with his head. And we'd let him inside. He was great. He didn't bark. He didn't shed. He didn't hump your leg. He didn't pee. His poop like dried in a couple minutes, and he'd eat all your weeds. Every once in a while, you just kind of toss half a head of lettuce outside. He'd eat that. He really liked eating flowers. We didn't have any flowers in our backyard because he would just eat them all. Anyway, he was fun tortoise, and all the grandkids like him. All my nieces and nephews. Everybody's kind of sad. He almost died several times over the years and was very resilient as a tortoise. So anyway, he was cool. It was fun. We would paint our phone number in fingernail polish just on the rim of his shell, because sometimes he would burrow underneath the fence and run away. Like run away. You know, he's a tortoise. They move pretty slowly. But he would like just dig a hole in the backyard from the winters and then just be in the hole for 4 to 6 months, and then he'd come out. And it's like, oh yeah, Timmy's back. Just hibernate. Anyway. It was fun. Fun time. I'm glad we got him for as long as we did. Anyway. Yeah. It feels weird to be sad about like an animal that doesn't cuddle you or care that you exist. It's not like he was super sentimental or anything. You could never really pet him, or play with him, but it was just fun to have him around. So anyway, rip Timmy the Tortoise. So today I worked on this and I'm going to go to bed. So that's that. Okay, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. That was day 60. As always, you can catch all my stuff on my website, which is on the screen, and other things like this. Subscribe, like, comment. Okay, we'll see you later.